put on the. Okay. Uh, I think I have to talk to Duncan. Yeah,
Your Kiefer and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
Oh no, because that's. Yeah, I have to put it on the top left. Also, lag, and so bear with me. I can't just leave my clan. I will be honored, but how did this come about? Me? A Great Warden? This is madness. What does this have to do with my cure? Am I to become a Great Warden Keeper? You know, They too are very good option. But as someone...
And we would not
I want
send
to
you
say-
away, but there is more at stake.
The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us.
Can't you just give me the cure? I will not join out of pity. Will I be able to return to my clan? You would do that. That is very generous.
We do not know. But we could not watch you suffer. The Grey Warden offers you a way to survive.
This is not simply charity on my part. I would not offer this if I did not think you had the makings of a Grey Warden. Let me be clear. You will likely never return here. We go to fight the Darkspawn, a battle that
Likely?
will take us far from your clan. But we need you, and others like you.
Is the clan sending me away? I would rather take my chances. No, I refuse to go. Why should we trust this human keeper?
A great army of
Mm.
Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away. As it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty and your salvation.
Then I accept the privilege. Duncan, if you'll have me, if this is my duty, then I'll go. Then I will go. This is all I've ever known. This is my home. Is this the only way? I don't know. Honestly, but...
I welcome
Fine.
you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Darlin. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
Darling.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
Now? Well, I would like to stay for Kemlin funeral.
Of course. Say your farewells, then let us be off. We have much ground to cover.
Come then, Darlin. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
Okay.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am Subban, Your Majesty. I get the introduction. It's been a long trip. I'm no friend of yours, human lord. But I am Subban.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
Too bad the same can't be said for all Namas. I thought humans consider us vagrant. Do you know of the Daedalus? King Cullen? Thank you, Master. You're too kind, but...
To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well. It sounds like the blight is almost over. You sound really confident of that. Yeah.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
I love how the king called it. This truly isn't a true blight.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured. You didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously. Perhaps this isn't really a blight. I don't know.
So some believe, but I disagree.
I don't know.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Then maybe we should move quickly. What would you have him do? Why not? He seemed to regard the Grey Warden highly. You could if he were not such a fool. Do you think there's any danger?
Absolutely. We sent a call to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, and hope they will reach us before the Archdemon does. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What did you want? What did you need me to do? What do you mean? What ritual? I hear Meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The Joining is what will cure you of the suffering your tainted blood surely brings you. If it had been possible, I would have done it before now.
What do you... Oh. Am I the only recruit you have? Wonderful, let's get this over with then. Why is this ritual so secret?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
Ah.
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Right. But didn't you tell me about this
It is a secret,
before?
and it is not a simple antidote. The joining is what will make you a Grey Warden. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay.
The Grey Warden tent is across the bridge. Find me there.
I like how we didn't have the helmet in the cutscene. Oh, that's funny. I want to get off for us. Just because it looked stupid. Oh no, I can't.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Outdog.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages. Good luck to you
I'll be
then.
on my way. I want to meet the other two, even though...
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Tell me about King. Nah. Welcome to the Grey one.
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did. As you wish.
Wait, is that his father, like, that one person?
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Oh.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn. He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Fail.
Very well.
I think. Soldier. Oh, Duncan.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem? I don't know anything about
This is a
Zara, but what's the
Mabari,
problem?
smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
No, I'm not in. As you go.
Go in the
No,
pen and
okay,
let him
that's
smell
fine.
you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
The dog took about you respectfully, looking down from his aggressive stand. You can see intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. This animal is very ill. No!
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
here for the battle, nothing else.
There's a particular
Fire might
herb
be-
I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white, with a blood-red centre.
Got it.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Die in this battle, and when you stand before the Maker in the land beyond the cave, he shall not find you wanting. Not with death he lands, but with the knowledge that
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Wait. Wynne is... Yeah, she's from the Templar, if I remember correctly. I am Subban.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting out beside the king? The battle will go well. It's not luck, but skill that will save. I don't. I mean, there's skill and luck at the same time.
The king must always seem confident. His behavior affects the troops' morale. He does seem to find his enthusiasm easily, though. Reminds me of a puppy. And I say that with both respect and affection. He is a fine man. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
I agree. You've faced Darkspawn before. You know what's about Darkspawn?
Some. Fade, for example.
We call it the Beyond, but I know of no connection.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's a Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And that is true. The Century says...
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Don't you have any proper advice? I'll get every Darkspawn I see. At least it's something to ponder.
Advice? Never. You young ones know all there is to know about the world anyway. Why would you need advice from an elder? But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Yeah.
you go to stand beside the Maker, go without mercy, for you shall
Bye, Ryan. Okay, so where is the...
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know.
You there, elf. Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously?
Are you mistaking me for a servant? Because I appear to become a Grey Warden?
You're... Oh, yes, of course. Please, forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running about, and I've been waiting for... It's simply been so hectic. I never thought... But please, pardon my terrible manners. I'm just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special.
You're forgiving him for now. Perhaps you should treat yourself more kindly. Oh, I want to say it. So don't worry about it.
Thank you. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps?
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand. Let me know what you'd like.
Oh, I really want a freaking... This is... I one-handed, okay. I have one-handed right now. That's two-handed. Bainad hand. But doesn't say. Huh.
Shall I take that?
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
Other goods. No sword, no nothing. Fine.
Welcome, young man. I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely.
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Is your magic powerful and dangerous?
It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Perhaps I should... How is someone made tranquil? I feel badly for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance? Goodbye.
Yes.
That course of action is inadvisable.
Okay, fine. I believe it's up here.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Well, great one here now. We have them on the run, I hear.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
Is it possible he has important information?
The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
What's the headline about?
He calls.
Not. Oh, who?
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yeah, I am Sub.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Hey, well, I'll not talk about that. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe the two top London fewer human and oh god.
Just that in some places, elves are not always permitted in the military. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about joining the ritual. Aren't you nervous about fighting Darkbond? I would be here if I had a choice in the matter. I'm looking forward to it.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Only that it's dangerous.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Yeah. See ya.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why haven't they fed you? Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way. I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
If your just cause is just... If your cause is just... You weren't deserting. Why sneak around the camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water. I swallowed it, but it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
I'll take it. Kill him and take the key.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
No, he just asked for food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
That's the point. So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged.
So? It's not up to me to make sure he gets fed? Or you've got better things to do than speaking to prisoners, I hope.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away. Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation. What a surprise. Another innocent prisoner. At any rate, it's not for me to say. He'll get his day to plead his case, or he won't. It's all the same to me. Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way I give him mine. Sure, you've got better things to do than...
Oh, I just hit X. Oh, I can't do anything. Wait a minute. Oh.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
Is there any food? Accessory, useful item. Wait, what?
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not an elf, yet here you are. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about the ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Maybe. Maybe they will. We'll see. What? The barbarians in the forest?
It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
The horse needs to be here? I'll watch about
I suppose I could do that. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my and gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle. Let us
I assume... Here he is.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Sorry, what? You are a very strange human.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We haven't met, you must be out. Would that make your day worse?
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Sabin. Can you tell me about this joining? Let's get on with it.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Yes.
I've only fought them once up close. And that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has kept me out of so far. Tell me, did you find them as monstrous as I did?
Oh, right. They die like any other creature. Don't know. How monstrous did you find them? Hideous, dangerous, but...
You'll be at an advantage then. Most new recruits have never even seen Darkspawn. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the
I'm
mage.
actually curious.
The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
That would be awkward. You were a matron still?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
You don't have to accompany me, do you? What about the other?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yeah, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now. You
I
do?
look forward to traveling.
Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Hey, my character friendly. Yes. Oh boy, wait. Yeah, oh boy, Duncan. I mean, oh boy, Alistair.
Yes.
You found Alistair,
What
did
if I
you?
can make a pot
Good.
apple?
I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And for the second task.
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood.
The scrolls
Understood.
contain treaties promising support, treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Oh, okay, I wanna, like, make the corner active.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Yep, I know. Grey Warden, no safe. Some other jaggle.
Dangerous wildlife. Yes, as you
King Camp has a wait, it says the flower is white with a red center. You mean this? No. What?
over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Why don't you bandage him up at least?
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
You're welcome.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Overcoming the dangers of Parvard House.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
Oh my God.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Yeah. Davith. I like you all, but that enthusiasm of yours is yikes. Found it.
These are vile and tainted creatures. Everyone's as ugly as the first.
Of course, yes. Very well. As you say.
There. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
Yes?
Where are you from, Davith?
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else.
So, you're a cup purse. So how did...
Alright for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks too. I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd. He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there.
Do you think
Duncan stopped them. Invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up. You heard the same speech I did. Blood and old treaties. Off we go into the wilds. Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Let's get what we came for and head back to Duncan.
I'm ready.
You
I
say
hail
you're
from Redcliffe,
Redcliffe,
but Duncan recruited me in Hyaver, a city off the northern coast. Have you traveled there?
No, I never been away from my clan.
I was in Arlayman's retinue when he attended King Maric's funeral. It was in Hyaver that I met my Helena. I was smitten. She has the most beautiful eyes, my Helena. Now, for years I found any excuse to return there, We married a year ago. Arl Aemon gave me leave to serve in Highever, but I was attempting to persuade Helena to come to Redcliffe with me, at least until I was recruited.
So you've been there.
He has a seemingly impossible task, with a scarce handful of Grey Wardens, yet he does not complain or flinch from his duty. Last month, Duncan visited Highever, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Ferelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter. We need to find those documents and the Darkspawn blood. It should be interesting. Indeed.
Okay, so we talked. Wait. Oh, am I on the right way? Oh.
Oh look, Darkspawn. What a surprise.
Very well.
Oh, we have Duncan. Well, not Duncan.
Not a chance.
Right.
Where shall I head?
These are vile and tainted creatures.
Yes, as you say.
Of course. Very well.
Yes. What now?
I also wanted to go. I think we have to go this way.
Yes. As you say, it will be done. Yes.
How is this a dagger?
Well, well. What have we here?
Oh, hey, Morg.
Are you a vulture,
Morgan,
I
Morgana.
wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither. The Great Wardens once owned the tower. Sure. And just how are these your wilds? I would like to know who you are and where you come from. Where did you come from? Stay back.
'Tis a tower no
neither.
longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Elves are not frightened little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
You can call me Subbit. Promise you won't harm us. A pleasure. I'm just going to be nice.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your
Morrigan.
purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them? Or face the consequences. Each one we are, let's go.
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her? Your
Yes,
mother?
my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird talking log, perhaps?
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
I say we go with the Morlite mouth someone, and I ask, are you a witch of the wilds? Why are you interested in helping us? I say we look around more.
She'll put us all in a pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
I'm no fool, if that's what you're asking. I'm not sure what to believe. Honestly, I don't know.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not want to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them, I guess? What do you mean the threat is greater than they realize? How do you know all this?
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Mothers have manners. Yeah, if we are free, I'll tell I'm gonna go to them first. Hey!
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope. Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Yeah, give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
How long before there's an improvement? What will happen to him now?
Let's give him a day or two to recover. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
Do you think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... or take another look.
Right. Yay!
Let's get back to Duncan quickly.
The Mabari's
If we wait too
responding
long,
well.
you won't be able to spend
As
a
I
day
said, come
camp
back
without
after the battle's done. He's bound to be lively then.
The dogs. Okay, give me a second. My mom just... I know that the dog going to affect the choices. I don't mind. An elf having a dog, that'll be interesting. Elf dog. Duncan, you have tons.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good.
We have.
I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Now will you tell us about the ritual? Maybe we should tell you about...
There was a woman in the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining. I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
I have no problem facing what is to come. But why the joining is so secret? Troll can't kill us.
As could any darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I doubt there's nothing we can do about it now. I don't like this any more than you do. Stop yipping. Giving me. Are all humans such cowards?
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
Will you both shut up? That's horrible things. But we don't know that,
Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from... I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
I am...
Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
But get on with it then. Those who survive, and if we're not sure about that.
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It's we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, and that one day we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. But it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
If I remember what, I still can't believe it kills a Jory.
Jory was warned that there was no turning back, as were you all. When he went for his blade, however, he left me no choice. It brought me no pleasure to end his life. The Blight demands sacrifices from us all. Thankfully, you stand here as proof they are not all made in vain.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
Still feeling sharp.
Death is never easy to accept, especially when it arrives in such a brutal fashion. Honor your comrades if you wish, but know that we must press forward. Always we must press forward. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Ooh, that what? Yay. I want to do this. Kill bad shows and kill bomb.
If the king wants to see you and Duncan, you probably shouldn't keep him waiting.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Caleb.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I didn't have a choice really. I don't feel that special.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Cailan. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Cailan. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I might go.
Yes, so am I.
You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
I know what I have to do. Can we ring the bell after all? What if the Archdemon?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you. Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word. The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
Oh.
Of course, even the best laid plans go awry. So do what you must. I trust you both.
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
There will be plenty of battles, Alistair. Be patient. Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all. The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishar.
Help me. They're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
What do we do now?
As you say, yes. So shall it be! Yes.
All right, let's go!
As you say, there is no hope for you now! Very well. Yes. Very well. As you say. As you say. These are vile and tainted creatures. Very well. It will be done. Yes. As you say.
Help us, Grey Warden.
Even more Darkspawn.
It will be as you say, of course. Yes. As you say. Yes. You have forced my hand! We must strike quickly! As you say, it will be done very well. Yes, it will be done very well.
I need some help here!
These are vile and tainted creatures. It will be done. Very well.
Venom. Charles. Whoa. We're gonna open the chest.
What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Weren't you complaining that you wouldn't get to fight? There's no point moaning about it. We have fighting to do. You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Teyrn Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
Will be done, as you say. Of course. Very well. Yes, of
No, it'll be easy if we can take these. And you told me we can't pick them up.
These are vile and tainted creatures. Very well. Very well. As you say. Yes. Very well. My thanks. Very well. Yes. As you say. Very well. Will be.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
I'll be taking hours out of it.
Of course. Yes. Very well. It will be done. As you say. Yes. It will be done. Very well. It will be done.
Longbow got the doors.
We must strike quickly! Yes. As you say. Yes. Of course.
Why don't we recruit you? Can't open it.
As you say. Very well. Yes. Very well. Yes. Very well. There's so many! Yes. Of course. Will be done. Yes. Very well. As you say. Of course. Yes. As you say. Very well. Yes. Very well. It will be done. Yes.
Wait, what? Can't even open that. To the last floor. Yep.
Darkspawn. They just crop up everywhere.
Oh, nice. Tier 1.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
What happened to the top one? I mean, the girl from the wild. Yeah. Where am I?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
The army, like, to the king. You know, around by Darkspawn. You mean from the town?
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Okay, now. Look, I'm a little Grey Worm and a king.
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
I'll go in.
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Oh, let me hear that. I have some cooking, if you don't mind.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer. Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
But is he alright?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
I mean, you're very unkind. Those were my friends. His friends, sorry. I'm sorry.
And you
Don't hate
think
me.
they would encourage his blow? They are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note. I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here?
We are safe for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother
I
save
wondered
us?
that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Much higher. Queen is important to you out here?
I am only being
But then-
practical.
How did she manage to rescue us?
She turned
exactly?
into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower. Believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
So, India.
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it? I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Oh, those survivors can.
If you are
be
willing to
rescued.
run into the midst of the Horde, perhaps. I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it. I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Ooh.
No, I
coin.
cannot.
No, I cannot. The problem just like, no, I cannot. Try to make him. A trap, my gun. What? I'm not good enough for right now.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not thinking Morgan, mother, Morgan's, can't pronounce her name, okay? Well, you're going to be left alone, or I appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name.
Folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legend? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us? Who cares what she is? If you're from it, you must be very old and powerful. I mean, it's kind of obvious to see that. We can't be safe here. Where are all the dark ones? I suppose we should
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with Vaughn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blights. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Of course not. The change when most of them were slaughtered. The Grey Warden are no more. Someone else do it. The land is hardly united. Logang.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Now we need to find this Archdemon. What is this Archdemon exactly? I'm sure it's a real Grey Warden, but not me.
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Will you help us?
Who lives in the wilds? I know nothing of Blights and Darkspawn.
Well...
Fair.
Whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this
king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Is this someone important? Perhaps we could go to them then.
Pose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Cailan. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I thought that.
We could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Nope. He's also a bit... Surely there are other allies we can call on.
Of course. The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do? As long as there's some profit in it. God, no. Whoa, let's not get hell, so... don't it will be as easy as that.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against the Blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
As we will ever be. I'd be happy with just staying alive. I don't suppose you can offer any more help. Yes, thank you for everything.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
What makes you think we want her? Thank you, but if does not wish to join us.
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us. She had better be as euphoric, you say. But this,
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand. She won't come to harm with us. We don't want her
Allow me to
help,
get my
no.
things. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I think we should just get underway. No, I prefer you speak your mind. I have no problem with your present. If I was to don't.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. For a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Yet.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I think we should get...
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Yes! Wait, where are we going? Oh. Go map. Enter forward. Lothran. To the far side. There we are. Oh. Continuum.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne.
Dawn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Get wet. Or something.
Darkspawn! Beware!
I am done with that one.
He wags his tail happily.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. If you like him, you can have him. I'll come. I mean, he can't come, but he better make himself useful. I don't want a dog. Too much responsibility. I don't know. I can't think of a better name.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time then? That does sound like something you do. But just a legend, right?
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well? Can anyone become a shapeshifter?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
There
were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon... I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed? Having Daedalus, I suppose. Similar matching.
Then I have no doubt your people do much to keep their talents well hidden from humans. I wonder if I was to ask one of your keepers of what I was taught.
We don't know much about Orson, I'm afraid. I thought that would be intriguing, wouldn't it?
I may even ask my mother about it someday, though I doubt she would tell the truth of it even so. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Your ability sounds quite useful. Maybe tied to a frog. That's actually... That would just make you angry.
Oh! You're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
What? Oh. I needed this, though. There's no reason to go any further. I'm taking that. And that. Well, map. Yep.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
How is that anyway? Free to move on.
You should listen to your friends, but not refuge. Get told collectors them.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Your You're fixing the highway. Yeah, no. Perhaps you should charge more then. I don't have that kind of coin.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just
Shut up. Even a Genlock would have understood that.
Look at my pan.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Teyrn Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found. What do you say, gents? With that kind of bounty, we can retire. Let's be heroes to the kingdom.
We will need to fight shortly. Of course. It will be done. Yes. Of course. Of course. It will be done. Very well. As you say, it will be done. Of course. Yes. Very well. As you say. Very well. Yes. As you say. Of course.
All right. We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Pick the wrong target. Get by. You're a criminal. This shooty operation.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Now you die. That's all you deserve. You'll follow my lead. Oh.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chest we brought. I swear. Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Idiots. Wow, that was...
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Do you have you ever been hunted by a...
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
Yeah, I want to know more about you. I'm glad you think... Who you... Evase. Oh god, this is gonna be great. You don't have to... So,
We should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templar would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Fun? You found it? You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait, a little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait. Did you actually kill them? Yeah, I mean, you did say... scream.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. This is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
The man... Meow. What exactly is that?
The Zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become Maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic conditions. It may even be true, still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
Being what will fight you to the end. Have you no responsibility to those around you? I was amazed. I think the same. Oh no.
Oh, I hope you are not simply being agreeable. It would be a refreshing change. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
My God. Right. Money. What chest?
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
I like it. Oh, out to talk. You have been very quiet. What do you want to talk about?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I'll figure it out. Let's just get going. Try and use the treaties. Assume we need to hear some news before we can have some thoughts on that point now.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
No, I haven't yet. No, not yet.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arliman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I'll figure it out as we go. Then find the people. Is there any way to contact the Grey Wardens? Or are you leaving it up to me? What do you think we should do? I'm not sure.
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Is there any way to contact the Grey Wardens? Wait.
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away. I can give you directions, if you like.
My clan has always fled north. We won't find them. Where do we find... What was...
If towards the Brecilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there. Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
If I'm not mistaken, Dragon Age Origins. Howie. It was Howie. What do we?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Or do we find the Circle of
That will be at their
Magi?
tower on Lake Kallenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is. If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us in, of course. Then you have a plan. Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Whoa! We could probably go a bit north. Oh no, no, we can't go. I want to go north to see the town again.
If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
No. Outside the village?
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'll be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Are you keeping me from going in?
I'm just warning you, things may not be as hospitable as you would expect. People are frightened.
Is anyone in
The
charge
band has
here?
marched north with Tern Logain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Yeah.
Where are you? Have you seen my mother?
Beat it. That depends. Who is your mother? The boy. I have to be nice to this child.
Some mean men with swords came and wanted me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting.
Do you know where your father is?
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
I will look after
I will,
you.
but only first. So, are you really an elf?
Yeah. Did the ear give me away? I'm sorry, I have to.
Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
What?
you?
Oh.
Can you protect us?
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand.
I'm sorry for your... I drove the bandits off.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Yeah. God. Just no one...
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Ooh, there's some power over here.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep! They will feast upon our hearts! There is nowhere to run! This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts!
Please, you're scaring the children!
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands! There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This man bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Know him, people? I know I tend to. Why don't you keep your voice down? Is no one going to shut the madman up?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people! I will not be silent!
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Wait my time. Continue renting if you must. Listen now. You poor man, what happened to you?
My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn!
It must have been horrible.
No! I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn!
I'm not evil.
I ran. Wife screams as they dragged her off.
I'm sorry for that. Get one of these people won't get her back. You are not on one of her death back.
Why am I here? I should not have come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
Muster your courage. Maybe I could...
Our courage?
No, I can't.
But there's nothing we can do.
Do all human gods. I don't want to be mean, but...
Then, what shall we do? We must try to go north somehow.
Maybe headache will go as well.
I mean, you're welcome anyways. Sorry that you did that. Okay.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Ooh.
We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
I mean, shouldn't you be friend? I was hoping. So your quest for your year. Tell me more about.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Sailors don't learn much about your religion.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Who?
My fellow knight and travelling companion. He is delayed, though. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Why is that, if I may ask?
We need help against
I see. Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Any point in going to Redcliffe? Do you think? Ooh.
The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
No problem.
And when the word dispel fear and ignorance, let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Those who seek redemption be delivered. And those who have sinned be forgiven.
Spreads across all four corners of the world. It rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
I am afraid
hear
not.
our unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
Oh, this is a
Will you be making a
matter.
donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
What?
I am the revered mother of this chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first. Might I suggest 30 silver? Thank you, my son. What can I do for you, then? Not many of your people join our devotions. How nice that you are an exception.
Die. I'm a nicer person.
In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over his path, O Maker. Give him light in darkness.
Everyone just sit.
So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else... A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws. You have not heard? The Tairn claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the King's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else... May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Let all mankind be humble. Let all repeat the chant of life. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us. And when the Maker spoke...
Let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker. Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find areas, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? Thanks.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say to you, elf. Leave me in peace.
What?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresod, the vanguard of the Kun...
No. I'm Southern. Pleasure to meet you.
Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I find myself in need of skilled help. What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children. Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
You feel guilty about murder. Why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing. 20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live out through water.
Compared to your kind, maybe. There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't know we were captive?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing will be my atonement.
So you would prefer to die?
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You gotta help me defend the land against blight. Damn it.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes,
Surprising.
I am, actually.
My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Your mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
A penitent man left to be torn to pieces by Darkspawn. 'Tis a fine example of the Chantry's mercy, is it not?
I will set you free, my dude.
They don't need you two coming to blows. What about my food?
I kind of forgot we had a dog.
Yes. What can I do for you now?
I want to talk about Stian, the Connie you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to trust you.
What if this caused an incident? I want him free.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
To defend against the Blight? Perhaps that is a form of atonement. But are you certain you can control him?
If you prefer, I could invoke. I will do what I must to get help.
No, I cannot. There will be too much trouble for us if we are seen cooperating with you.
No. Or the real enemy here.
The Maker cares no less for that Qunari's victims than for the thousands who fell in Ostagar. Now, good day. Yes? What can I do for you now? Again, we have already discussed this, and I told you I would not release the creature.
Will you not reconsider your stance?
I cannot. Grey Warden though you may be, please leave the Qunari to his fate. I am glad. Your efforts are no doubt better spent elsewhere. Yes.
I'm trying my best.
What can I do for you now?
I am trying my best.
We have already discussed this, and I told you I would not release the creature. The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race. He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Qunari gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Qunari just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Are you certain he did it? What would make him do such a thing?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights, however docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Qunari is a danger.
No. Just give me a
Now we
cage.
threaten priests. How fun!
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get out of hand here.
What is the meaning of this? You would threaten me with violence?
Your Reverence, please. We are on an important mission. Take the Qunari off your hands. I beg you.
I see. And if not, I am to be assaulted. Is this what we have come to?
No, Your Reverence. I will not allow that to happen.
I have more important matters to concern me. Here, take the key to the creature's cage and begone. Do not return. Did I not tell you to leave? Get out before I have the Templars remove you. Do, and may the Maker teach you the error of your ways.
I'm sorry, Alistair.
What do you need? Ask away.
I can't...
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of...
What? That would have made him out. Oh god, I want to joke with him.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
Flobber and dogs, I see.
And my table manners too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on a cold, hard ground, isn't it?
I dream of becoming a Grey Warden. Oh wait. I'm going to hit you very soon now.
You have no sense of humor, you know that. Fine, fine. Have it your way. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why did he send you off to Hungary?
Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
You were probably luckier than most orphans. What appropriate for the old to weigh off? What a awful thing to...
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an Anastase holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Are you sure he isn't your father? You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
One. There it is.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denerim in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Okay. I get being friendly. This is your brother, but hey, anything to free,
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to
I
open
confess,
your cage.
I did not think the priestess would part with it.
You're gonna tell prices to me. Whatever you think, you'll be free. You totally can't push.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Yes. How can you help? And if I...
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
I guess I will do. And glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
two other warriors. Oh, they're great. No, I'm just going to stick with the main crew for right now.
Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
Yes. Very well.